right, Liam, are we gonna hike up to Lena Lake?
Yeah.
Do you think it's gonna rain on us?
Maybe, but we're probably not gonna go to it today because we're gonna set up our campsite.
Well, the lake is at the campsite, so we'll get there. It's a beautiful day out here. About to start our hike up to Lena Lake, and hopefully it'll be a good day. All right, about to head up to Lena Lake on the trail. About to begin. It's nice. They actually have passes, a machine, so you can actually buy your passes here now. So we're still toward the bottom of the trail, making our way up here. Got me, and we got Liam back there. Hopefully it won't rain. The weather forecast kind of changed throughout the week, so it's a cloudy day, not a sunny day, and it said I think a 60% chance of rain tonight, but I left it up to Liam, and he said he wanted to go anyway, so I told him it could be a good adventure. So away we go. Got some big boulders out here. Liam headed up the trail there. Truly is a beautiful area though out here. Just making our way up the trail. Got the birds chirping. Good old Washington moss. Anyway, here we go. You see those flowers, buddy? Do you know what they are? Rhododendrons. That's pretty cool that they're just out here in the middle of the woods. Usually I feel like people are planting them. Looks like there's some there, some out over there, and some out over there. A whole bunch of rhododendron plants just out in the middle of the forest. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Oh yeah. Looks a little snowy up there still, huh? Hopefully it's not too snowy at the lake we're going to. It's probably going to be cold from jumping in. Get over there.
It's like we're just walking.
Pretty cool. Well, we're starting to get pretty high on this trail. That's the trail we were coming up. Kind of getting out of some of the treetops so we can see that hill across the way. And as we were walking up this way, we were trying to see that pretty mountain again. Let's see, is it over here we could see it, Liam? So, right through the hole in the trees there. There's not too many views of it, but there you go. If I can get it to focus past the tree, maybe. Anyway, there's a good view. But we're on our way, so we're gonna head up here. Hopefully it won't take too long, and hopefully it won't rain. Another beautiful area of the trail. It's kind of getting darker as the sun's going as we're in the trees. But we were just looking at the size of that old log. You can see the width of the log, that dead open log, with the size of the full-size timbers that have fallen next to it. So that old growth tree is pretty massive. Looks like we got some roots up over here. Go take a look over here really quick. baby trees here. And some root cluster here. Anyway, still just having a good time. Trying to make time so we can get there before it's dark. We don't want to set up in the dark. We don't want to set up in the rain. We've also been loving all the huge rocks out here. So, pretty beautiful. More mossy rocks here. We liked this pathway, the mossy rocks on the sides, leading to this nice big double tree at the bottom down here. We are in a beautiful area. It looks like this is a dry creek bed, so we've got this double tree turning into 2 full-size pine trees. Cedar trees, these ones.
Look how big that rock is.
Oh yeah, those massive rocks here. All up this.
This is how big I am compared to it.
Yeah, that's a pretty big rock, buddy. I like the comparison. Anyway, just trying to take it all in. Down that way, more big rocks. You can hear the river down there. We've seen some of the river, but not clear enough to really film yet, so we'll keep going. I think it's funny that tree decided to grow on top of the rocks. And we made it to our first bridge. Looks like no river right now. An old.
Bigger rocks are like down there.
Yeah, there's pretty huge ones, huh, buddy? Kind of a cool bridge. Thought I'd show you a quick view of when I hiked this in the winter. That same bridge, same spot. I think it has a log underneath, so it's a nice log bridge. Anyway, still just making our way, having a good time. See you later, bridge. Well, we're working our way up the trail. They have just a tiny detour trail here. Yeah, this is a huge rock. Got a decent view, got more mountains around out there. We'll see if I don't get too close to the edge, but yeah, it's a pretty big rock. Good edge. This whole thing you can see from the sides when you're coming up that it's just one big rock out here. So out back that way you can see the trail we were coming up on. Cold, yeah, I bet. Well, we're making it up to what we think is Bridge 2. Got the log underneath. Liam leading the way. This one's nice. Got some waterfalls. So Liam and I think it's funny. We just crossed that we showed with the waterfall over there. Right here there's this sign. It doesn't have a map of the exact area, it just has a regional map. It looks like there's a trail, but there's rocks and a log blocking, which usually they mean don't go that way. But if you go over there, I say that one says that it's the Brothers Trail and Upper Lena Lake, the Brothers Upper Lena Lake. So we're not sure if that's where we're supposed to go.
I think we should go that way because even if it is an old one, but it still will probably take us there.
All right. Well, we decided to come a little closer to this sign. We realized that there's actually arrows. So we're gonna go up the trail, not down where that sign thing is.
I thought it was too because you said that there was gonna maybe be like a right down.
A turn off, yeah, I think there is, but I think it's probably further up here. So let's go find it. All right, so I think we're getting to where it breaks off. You can go another 4 miles or so up to Upper Lena Lake. Yep. So down this way is to the campground at Lena Lake. Up that way is continuing on, but that's an adventure for another day. We're gonna go down this way, and it is marked with this sign right here. So campsites, the brothers, Upper Lena Lake. So we're gonna go down to the campsites. All right, we just passed that sign, and I'm pretty sure it's so pretty. I agree, buddy. This is really the first really open view that you get of Lena Lake. So we're gonna walk down these rocks here. Be careful not to fall, and yeah, let's go over on those rocks and take a look. We made it. Now we just got to go find a campground, and yeah, maybe we'll go take a swim either tonight or tomorrow if it's not raining too much. It is definitely beautiful. Has a good color when the sun's up. Once again, here's a shot from when I hiked in the winter. Same place. The lake was completely frozen over. Has a good color when the sun's up. It's beautiful here, but when the sun's up, it's a nice blue turquoise. It's nice. So here's some trillium. These are some of my favorite flowers. I think, if I'm not mistaken, they only bloom like every 7 years. We're at the campsites, but so far there's quite a few people here actually. So we're walking through to see if we can find a spot for ourselves to spend the night. Come on, buddy. Man, it's so easy for you to go under there. I was getting stuck with my backpack. Well, we got to our campsite. We're not having a fire in our fire pit, but we did use our jet broil and made some meals. Got a little lantern, and the lake is right over there. We used this REI Half Dome backpacking tent, and it kept us dry. The lake is right over there, but you can't see it. Let's see. I'll let you see me. Anyway, had a good night. Once again, hopefully it won't rain on us, and we can have a good hike back tomorrow. But until then. Well, it's about 6 o'clock in the morning. Liam is still sleeping back in the tent. It did rain on us for, now it's just all drippy and drizzly. Here is a view of the lake this morning. Don't know if it's clouds or fog, since we're kind of up in the hills now. Still sprinkling out here. Got some birds chirping. And right back up in there is where Liam and I spent the night. So I showed you guys the lake a few minutes ago, and it's pretty gray and cloudy. I thought I would share. Still got the clouds up in the trees, but it looks like some sun breaking through over there. And as we turn to look across the other side of the lake, looks like we got blue skies. So it looks like this is starting to burn off. I'm gonna filter some water. Liam's still in bed, asleep. So gonna get some water and make us some breakfast. Hopefully it'll be a beautiful day. We filtered water here the day before, but that log was not all wet. It was definitely more slick in the morning. So right here I am using a Grayl water bottle. I got this one at REI. It is a water bottle that has a built-in filter, as you can see here. Once you put the water in that blue area, you press down and then you can either drink from it or you can pour it into other containers and continue filtering. I've used it on international adventures in different countries, and it's also great when I'm backpacking. Liam got out of bed. We got some breakfast heating up. I would show you the update of the sunshine out here. I was telling Liam it was nice down here by the lake, so we should come take a look why the hot water sits in our breakfast. Yep, and there were some ripples in the water, so we were wondering what might be down here. Yesterday, Liam was using a life straw, and as he was drinking from the water, I thought it was funny. There's some big frogs that were swimming right over to him. Oh, there's still a ducky over here. I bet that's what it was. I saw a big eagle fly by earlier, so that was pretty cool. My breakfast says it has to sit for 15 minutes, but Liam got some brown sugar raisin oatmeal, and his only had to sit for 5, so he gets to have breakfast a little before me today.
Dad, what's that box right there?
I don't know, should we go check it out?
It's a library thing.
A library in the middle of the woods? That's awesome. Well, we're gonna get camp all packed up. Unfortunately, the sun is on the other side of the lake, so our tent will be wet and we'll have to put that away later, huh, buddy? All right, camp is all packed up and it's time for us to start our journey back. Let's head out, buddy. Do we have a good camp out? Alright, now we have a little over 4 miles to get back to the car, just because, yeah, we'll take them. Just because we had to go around the lake since there was no campsites. So, here we go. We just wanted to share, thought it was cool. There's a bunch of chicks and the mom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Man, she's got her feet full. Anyway, yeah, we're just headed back on the trail. Saw those chicks and wanted to share. Liam hopping over some logs on our way back. Got this river here. Oh. And let's see. There's our log we got to cross. Although yesterday it hadn't rained, so hopefully it's not too slippery today. Well, we did have hours of rain during the night. I can tell you, going back across this log in the morning, it definitely was more slippery. So I kind of took my time, was careful. I took my pack over and dropped it off. That way I could help get Liam's pack and take it over so he wouldn't have to have any extra weight and could just focus on crossing the slippery log bridge without any issue. He did quite well. He was a little nervous the day before when we came over, but he braved it and we made it there and back this morning. He said that area up at the top was the slipperiest, so he's just taking his time there, and we continued our journey. Good job, buddy. Well, we made it past the most dangerous part, the bridge, right, buddy?
Yeah, it's
Pretty slippery, but we made it across. Now we just got to continue our way back up toward the lake and back on the trail. So we're still in the camping area at Lena Lake, but we just wanted to kind of show you what a campsite down here looks like. Yeah, big open space. Fire pit, they got logs set up for a bench over here. The lake is right down over here. And continuing from that campsite, looks like there's another campsite right here. Got a fire pit here. And this one's right on the lake. I wonder if this one was open last night and we didn't even know it, because it looked busy, so we didn't even come down. But let's walk down to the water over here real quick. It's a beautiful sunny day now. Nice clear water over here. And over here, it's not as muddy. Over where we were, it was a little bit muddy, but we still had a good time. Mountain up above where we were. We were directly over there. Sound of the water is nice. And there's campsites kind of scattered all on the shore of this lake. Super beautiful day now. Asking Liam about this life straw. He's gonna get some water here out of Lena Lake. I would say they're not super efficient. You know, also, as you can see, they're kind of hard to use because you got to get in a nice position to be able to drink from the straw. So I don't use them a lot. That being said, if you're in a pinch and you need some water, that is a good way to get it. Liam just pointed out that the mom with all the chickies is coming over. I don't know if it's the same one. Anyway, still just enjoying the views here at Lena Lake. Well, we're hiking back and we got to that bridge. We weren't sure exactly where we were supposed to go. I'm glad we went the right way. For the record, if you're crossing the bridge here with the waterfall and you get to this sign, that trail that looks like a nice trail, but it is blocked with that log, that is not the trail. Just keep going up the trail and then you'll see a sign right up on that tree. And when you get up to that tree, once we got closer, we realized there were arrows. You can't really see there very well, but there's arrows, and that is the way to go to Lena Lake if you're going camping there. We're making our way down the sunny trail, and we saw this guy. Thought we'd try to get a little video of this centipede. anyway, we'll let him go on his way. We'll go on ours. All right, coming back by that overhang rock we were showing yesterday, Liam and I said they probably can't tell the scale because there's no person in it, so it just looks like a rock. So I said, Liam, get up there. That way we can see how big this rock actually is. Anyway, it's a pretty big overhang. Pretty cool spot though. So, yesterday Liam said we should show him that big rock and compare the trees. So across the valley here, some big rock, and look how big the rock is compared with those trees. Big rocky rock face up there. Anyway, we're making good progress. So, yeah. Well, we're coming up to the next log bridge here, where the mossy rocks were. Today it's sunnier, so they're probably even more pretty since the sun's out. So Liam and I realized that there's actually two mountain peaks over there. So you have that mountain peak, and as I walk this way, yeah, that we showed yesterday, right? And it's a different mountain peak right over there. So some good views out here. Anyway, just wanted to share. It's coming out the bottom. Anyway, just thought they were pretty cool. And we're arriving back at the trailhead. It has warmed up, as you can see. Nice and bright out here. Beautiful day out in the forest. Anyway, trailhead's right up here. If I remember right, I think there's a picnic table here, so if you did want to just come hang out up here near the woods, near the lake. But here's the information sign. It's the picnic table over there. And we are back at the parking lot. Mission accomplished, Liam.
Yeah. Oh, it's only $5.
And that's the end. Hope you enjoyed our journey. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a like, subscribe, so you can see more content, and as per usual, get outside and have some fun.